Hello, I'm Dee.
And I'm Mariana.
And we're going to teach you how to make the bacon wrapped calzone.
That's right, you heard it here first, wrapped in bacon.
So in order to do this, first we have to make our pizza dough. That's right, we're making everything from scratch. So Oriana here is going to tell you everything that goes in that pizza dough.
First, you're going to need 2 to 3 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of oil, 1 package of yeast, 1 cup of very warm water, I would say 120 to 130 degrees, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. First, you want to start with 1 cup of flour.
Like Oriana said, we're going to start with 1 cup of flour. So we'll need to separate the other 1 to 2 cups of flour over off to the side because we are going to need it for kneading.
That's a pun!
Oh, it was so funny, I didn't like funny though. Now add all of your dry ingredients. You're going to add the yeast milk, sugar, salt,
Yeast.
and I'm going to stir it with this giant fork. Okay, now what you want to do is add the 1 cup of warm water and the 3 tablespoons of oil. Before we mix it completely together, you want to kind of just incorporate all of the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. After that, you want to take an electric mixer on medium speed and mix for 3 to 5 minutes.
So Oriana, what do we do after we've mixed it for 3 to 5 minutes?
Well, you want to add enough of your remaining flour to the bowl until it is not sticky anymore, and then you want to lay out more flour, and we're gonna knead it for 5 to 8 minutes. Try to incorporate it slowly. I'm gonna add about a half of a cup at a time. Okay, you can.
Oriana, I want to knead this because I need to do something.
That's another pun!
So I'm going to knead the flour for 6 to 8 minutes. As you're kneading this, you might intermittently need to add a little flour if it appears to be sticky. So just add a little flour and keep going.
Okay, once you've finished kneading your dough, you want to put about a tablespoon of oil in a bowl and put the dough in the bowl and roll it around until the oil is completely on top of it. And yeah. Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
So yeah, just roll it around in there and cover it with some plastic wrap and let it set for 30 minutes. Mom, do me honors.
Go.
Do not forget to periodically wash your hands between each thing.
Ew.
So we've let our dough rise for 30 minutes. Now it's time to put the pizza together. Oriana?
We laid out some plastic wrap so that it would be a lot easier to clean and roll out on. And you're gonna take some of the flour that you have left over, flour
The surface.
yes, the surface, and roll out your dough after kneading it for about 2 minutes until it is not oily or sticky.
So also, after we knead this for a couple of minutes so that it's not oily or sticky, This dough will actually make an entire pizza crust. Because we're making calzones, I think we should cut this into sections. What do you think?
Yes, I think fourths
Okay.
would do nicely.
All right. You can finish that. Okay, so let's cut it into sections. Cut it in half. And then cut it in half.
That equals 1/4 of 4.
All right.
Now what you want to do is take one, or whichever one you're working on, and roll it out. Drop it. You don't want to make this too thin because we are making it a calzone. So we will be folding it on top, and when you fold dough on top of items, it does seem to thin out a bit. So do not make it too thin, but also don't make it too thick. Okay, pause.
Please remember, if you want to make a larger calzone, you don't have to cut this into fourths. You can only cut it. You can cut it in half. You can use the entire pizza crust if you want. So you can make your Yeah, you can make your calzone any size you want. We've just decided to make smaller ones. So you could use your own pizza sauce and make your own pizza sauce, which would be great. But we've decided to use store-bought pizza sauce. So with that being said, we're gonna scoop some pizza sauce onto one of our pizza doughs. You can put as much sauce as you would like on here. That's all up to you. Everybody likes their pizza a different way.
I like a lot of sauce.
And some don't. So we're gonna put pizza sauce only on half of the portion. And then we're gonna put cheese. Now at this point, if you wanted to add ground beef, pepperoni, vegetables, you could do that if you wanted. So now, Oriana, would you like to add some mozzarella?
Yes, I love mozzarella.
So we're gonna use mozzarella.
Don't be as messy as I am. But I find that mozzarella makes any Italian food that much better. We will also be adding some cheddar jack cheese.
Just a sprinkle. All right, I think this one's ready to be folded.
Okay, now when folding it over, fold it completely.
So you want to fold it over enough to where you can kind of just sort of push down and seal the edges here. One problem, if you overfill it, you will have some sauce and stuff coming out, but it's fine. So,
Like I said, we will be wrapping this in bacon, so it doesn't have to look pretty. But I'm gonna take a fork, and I'm gonna press it down onto the sides to give it that calzone look. Once you're done with that, you want to take a knife and cut little holes in it so that the cheese and sauce can breathe. This is looking like a nice calzone. Awesome.
But Oriana, do you need to do that on both sides?
No. No, you don't.
all right. So let's wrap this in some bacon. So let's put a few pieces of bacon down.
Let's move our little calzone here.
Let's put a few pieces of bacon down, probably 4 in a bit. We'll pick this up. Put this on the bacon. Scoot it down a little bit so we can wrap the ends over.
And what I'm going to do to make sure it all stays in place is wrap a piece of bacon this way underneath. We have finished constructing our bacon wrapped calzones. We decided not to wrap one, but you can wrap them all if you'd like. We preheated the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
And we placed them on a pre-greased pan. So now we're gonna put them in the oven. And we'll see you when they're done. So our calzones had to cook in the oven that was set to 400 for approximately 30 minutes. This is the finished product. If you like your bacon a little crispier, you could partially cook it before wrapping the calzones, but anyway, so this is the end product that we have, and now we're gonna taste one. So I'm gonna choose the middle one here. Let's see what this looks like when we cut it.
Just gonna pick this up for you to look at. And you see
Our cheese calzone.
Time for to taste this.
I have 3 forks. So, our food critic, which is also our
Camera.
videographer.
Yay! Thank you. I'll try the food now.
I'll take this bite right here. Careful, kids, it's hot.
I'm a kid. I need to be careful. I hope I get bacon on it.
Okay, that's so close. Okay, one, 2, 3.
And we get a thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! And this is the Fortune Crew. Thank you. And we hope you enjoy bacon wrapped calzones.
These bacon wrapped calzones are a delicious meal. They're decadent, they're juicy, the bacon is delicious, and I think it's a very good thing for you guys to try.
I'm gonna puke.
One, recording.
Hello. A bacon wrapped calzone. You're gonna say.
Electric mixer on medium speed. Toss.
So what do we do after we get done mixing for 3 to 5? Clean working surface.
Okay, well, we'll say that. Okay. And knead it.
Stop.
What just happened? What?
So this is what we're gonna do.
Are you recording right now?
I'm not, am I?
Start recording.
When
Tell me.
Prince died, did you know that?
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Behind the scenes.
Get a rock star. It'll help you make your calzone that much faster.
So here are our